All right, in a world where we are always focused on what we can do to improve our acne, what are 5 things that we think are improving our acne but are actually making it worse? Well, stick around because in this video, that is exactly what we're going to be addressing. And at the end of it, we're going to go through a couple bonuses as well. Now, if you don't know me already, I'm Brian Turner. And the reason I have authority to talk about this is because I used to have extremely severe acne and I've gone through it all. I know what has truly helped me and I also know what has truly made it worse. All right, now we are going to jump into number 1. But before, I do want to mention that if you have not checked out my acne program, theacnemethod.com, you should absolutely do so. It's helped hundreds of people. It basically takes all of the information out there, and you know there's so much of it, distills it into an easy to follow program that is customized for each person's type of acne. Definitely check it out. Alrighty, are you ready for number 1? Number 1 is hot showers. Now, when you take a really hot shower, a lot of times it feels really good because, to me at least, it feels like hot is the most cleansing temperature of water, right? You do feel like when you come out of a hot bath or a hot shower, like your skin is really soft. It feels like you've been able to take the dirt off. But what actually happens is that hot water, especially when you have a lot of it and it's directly hitting your skin and specifically your face, is that it strips off the oil off your face. Which sounds like it might be a good thing, right? Because most people are very oily if they have acne, but when you completely dry your skin out, your body goes into hyper creation of the oil. So it actually overproduces more sebum oil, which then causes you to have even more acne because you clog your pores. So maybe you don't need to eliminate hot showers entirely, but I would limit the amount of time that you spend in a hot shower. Now, number 2 is cleansing your face. Yeah, I'm serious. Cleansing your face and using cleansers on your face can actually cause more acne. Why? Well, let me explain it. So basically there are 2 common misconceptions when it comes to cleansing. One, that the more often you cleanse your face, the cleaner it's gonna be. The more you clean off the dirt and the bacteria, the better it's gonna be. And then 2, the more harsh, the more effective the cleanser is or the active is, the better and more clean your skin's going to get and more acne free it's going to get. So what actually happens is if you cleanse your face too often, your face basically overproduces oil again because you strip it of that natural oil and it says we need to produce more. And second, we know that we have active ingredients that are extremely useful like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, but what people will think is that if 2.5% benzoyl peroxide is good, maybe 5% is better, or heck, there's 10%. Why not use 10%? It's probably really effective. What they found in the science, in studies, is that 2.5% is just as effective at its job as 10%, but you aren't gonna have as many side effects from the harshness of using a 10% concentrate. We definitely know that sensitive skin and really acne-prone skin in general is going to react to being irritated by creating more acne. So we wanna be able to use things that are effective, but only use the minimum amount as necessary. So don't over cleanse too many times in a day and use a 2.5% instead of a 10%. All right, number 3, exercising and lifting weights. So if you've been watching videos on YouTube and you've seen those top 10 ways to get rid of acne, one of the ways that people always mention is exercising. And this just makes sense, right? Because exercising is great for your body, it's great for your immune system. In general, it helps to balance a lot of things. But the way that it can actually cause more acne is that when you lift heavy weights, when you start an exercise program that is vigorous, a lot of times what will happen is that your body will start to ramp up its production of natural testosterone. What we definitely know is that the more natural testosterone that you have, generally the more IGF-1 that you have, and generally the more mTOR that you have, when these things are raised, it also increases the amount of sebum oil that you produce on your face and on your skin. The more oil we produce, the more acne we have. This one is kind of hard because as somebody who works out 6 days a week, I think everybody should be exercising. It's gonna make you feel better mentally. It's gonna make you live longer. You're gonna feel better about how you look regardless of whether you have acne or not. But I would say that finding the source of your acne outside of exercising is going to be very important so that you can still continue exercising while being able to control your acne. All right, now we have 2 left. So number 4 is shaving. Now, when you shave your face, especially when you use a razor, a lot of times what's happening and there's a lot of different ways that this can happen, but you are tugging on your hair. You're causing irritation to the skin, which can then lead to more acne. Now, if you're someone like me who, when I was shaving with a razor, I had active acne, I had bumps. My texture of my skin was not very smooth. What would happen is that anywhere I would have a piece of skin that was, raised, a bump, I would basically be cutting off the top of that bump. So if I had a whitehead, I'd be cutting off those bumps. What would happen is that because I irritated them, they would grow bigger. Because I opened them before they were ready to heal, it would take longer. And then I would need to shave again 3 or 4 days later. And so the cycle would repeat itself and it would just exacerbate my already very irritated skin. So this one's hard. I mean, you can just let your hair grow out. That's one option. Just stylize it. That's something that really helped me for a while. But also to change the method of how you shave. A razor is specifically the worst thing for someone who has, irritable skin, who has acne. For me, moving to an actual shaver, like a mechanized shaver, allowed me to be able to get a close shave, but not quite as close. Therefore, I was able to get rid of the hair without, scraping off those top layers of skin, those pimples, those bumps. All right, now we're on the last one. And remember, there are some bonuses after this, but number 5 is cover-ups. And this is cover-ups meaning hats, masks, makeup, basically anything that you're using to hide your acne. Because in the moment, it does feel like, look, I don't have to deal with this pimple that's right here because I'm wearing a bandana, I'm wearing a mask, I put makeup, cover up, foundation on it, whatever it is, right? I'm wearing a hat, forward or backwards to cover the top of my forehead, and it feels good in the moment. But what's happening is that you're trapping heat in there, you're trapping sweat in there. Ultimately, you are trapping the oil in there, which is then causing even more pore clogging, right? Comedogenic environment. And so while it might help right now to cover 1 or 2 pimples up, it's probably going to lead to you having 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 pimples. And then you're probably going to want to cover those up too. And so it leads into this deadly spiral of just more acne coming from trying to hide the acne. Now, how you deal with this is really up to you, but I really had to come to a point in my life where I just said, you know what? If I have a breakout, if I have a very large pimple, I will not let the way that other people treat me or the way that people look at me affect how I'm going to go about my day. So honestly, I got to a point where I'd have a huge, big cyst on my nose or maybe near the corner of my mouth, and I would just go to the gym and just not worry about it, right? Like not let people staring at me screw up my day. Because those people, I'm never gonna see them again. If I see them walking by me at the store and they're looking at my acne, that's fine, but I'm gonna do the things that are the best for my skin, not cover up just to make that, hate to say it, but stupid person feel better about themselves or try to fit into their parameters and their containers better. I'm not about that. All right, now I definitely had a lot more that I wanted to add to this list, but I thought those were the top 5 that if you change those things, you really will see a tangible difference in your acne. So I want you to try those out, and I want you to come back and let me know if they did help in the comments below. Now, for the bonuses, one is exfoliation. Now this can be either chemical or mechanical exfoliation, mechanical being the worst. So these are scrubs, like those apricot scrubs that you really grind into your face to try to get rid of that dead skin layer. But what happens is that by irritating your face, you cause more acne. The last one I wanted to mention, which I didn't put on the list because it's so obvious, is picking, popping, or touching your face, right? So even when you're in class and you're just leaning against your hand, you're transferring bacteria onto your face, you're sloughing dead skin cells all over your skin, and then that can cause more pore clogging. Touching your face, popping them causes more irritation. It's all super obvious. I'm sure you know this one. So that is it for this list, but that is not it for you. I want you to let me know in the comments, is there something that most people think helps their skin that is actually causing their acne to get worse? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're dealing with mild to moderate acne, or if you're dealing with acne scarring or hyperpigmentation, discoloration, you gotta check out my favorite skincare brand. Talk about it all the time because literally it is the best skincare brand on the market. It's Banish. You can go to banishbrian.com. You can use my code, it's Brian5, it'll get you $5 off your order. They literally have all the most effective actives and ingredients in their products. They have retinoids, they have vitamin C moisturizers, they have dermastamps, they literally have everything. So definitely give them a chance, check them out. And I believe that's it for me, my friends. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne.